It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Browns and the Panthers, coming up next.
On a warm afternoon in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, EA Sports brings you to Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former second overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, but while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try to throw now. They're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. A first down throw for Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Throwing, Mariota. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So first down, yard line, here's 2nd and goal. Mariota. Over the middle to Beckham. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Throwing is Mariota. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper from 6 yards away. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Panthers out for their first possession and leading the offense in his first season with the team, quarterback Baker Mayfield.
And if there's a quarterback in the NFL who didn't need any extra motivation, it was certainly Baker Mayfield, because this young man already has a permanent chip on his shoulder to prove the doubters wrong. Being replaced and then traded from Cleveland, the team who took him #1 overall, it only added considerable fuel to his fire. Now in Carolina, his entire focus is proving that he can be an elite QB and silencing all the noise.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Mayfield with it once more. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Mayfield on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Just keeping the play alive. He turned that into a nice game. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
The pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one.
I love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try to find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Throw left side complete. That's more. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Mariota caught left side. It's Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Mariota. steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mariota. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
In 2021, for the first time in his NFL career, Kareem Hunt missed significant time due to injury. He ended up suiting up for only 8 games, putting up 560 total yards and 5 touchdowns. Getting back to full health, he can easily double both of those totals across a full season.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. 2nd down and 3. Here's Mariota. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. 1st down, Mariota. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's hard to believe with all of his production that Amari Cooper keeps changing teams, but no matter where he goes, he just continues to produce. 3 years in Oakland, traded. 3 years in Dallas, traded again, this time to the Cleveland Browns. And now with the Browns here, he produces a 1st down, coming off a career-best 8 touchdowns in 2021.
Mariota's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Mariota. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Browns have moved out in front. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
York now for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On third down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Now Mariota looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On fourth down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. This is brought in at the 21. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they get him down, but not before. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. That's to McCaffrey, complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard with a juke. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Mayfield down. Flush to his right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time a 6-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Cleveland offense making their way out. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And a short pickup to about the 25. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because To be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Rashard Higgins, 26 yards. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the end result, on the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Play fake, Mariota. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Throwing again on second down. Mariota, and that is incomplete. Head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw Mariota. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baker Mayfield and the Panthers offense getting back to work now. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10.
They find some open field here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 63 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson from 19 yards away.
And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 22 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mariota on first down now. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again, it's Mariota. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth,
Last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And again, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
A first down throw for Mariota. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin with a great one here on opening weekend. Cincinnati beginning their AFC title defense as they host division rival Pittsburgh. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Mike Evans with 2 touchdown catches. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Jets locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. But Charles, for them, a pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Working with a 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
First down, Mayfield. That's caught right side by Anderson. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Giovanni Ricci. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action now. Mariota. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far, good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw is caught here by Anderson.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. On play action, Mariota. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Off the play fake, Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Credit Corey Littleton blowing that play up. And the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because you know that they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. On third down, Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing is Mariota. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They go play action. Mariota. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Mayfield on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he goes out right around the 39. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Altogether, a pretty very shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Mariota. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's caught. Beckham. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First down, Mariota.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mariota. They set up the screen to Chubb. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught inside the 5.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Mariota. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mariota. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get it. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And the Panthers coming out now.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Mayfield.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mariota. And that'll be incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And shutting him off, now open field. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mariota. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Mariota. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Mariota. And he slings one that's incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Mariota now. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, and now they face a 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
York able to send this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Following the interception here, Mariota. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Mariota on first down. And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Mariota. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Mariota will look to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Cleveland offense making their way out. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw Mariota. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. On third down, Mariota. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He finds his target, Beckham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. From the gun, Mariota. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Mariota. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 7. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Mayfield. This is Anderson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Mayfield's throw complete there to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Mayfield. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now Mayfield.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Jakeem Grant now to return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And the Browns getting set to go.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now Mariota. Finding Hunt. And not a whole lot there. Maybe 3 yards on 1st down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
They'll throw again. Mariota over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. A first down throw for Mariota. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Derek Brown in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Throwing is Mariota. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. York able to send this one through, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So every play you make, you're going to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. McCaffrey running up the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Bobby Anderson. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He's got it to the 43 here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Myles Garrett in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for the Browns, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.